Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I'm in Microsoft Advertising, and this is an add-on service that I provide to my clients is Bing Ads Management. And one of the ways that I deliver stronger results for my clients is I go into their campaign section and then I look at their devices breakdown over here. So I'm going to use TM Blast as the example, but you can kind of follow along. Last 7 days, I can see the majority of my spend is on the computer. So spend, clicks, and impressions. However, if I go back, let's say 30 days, I want to show you the difference over here. Notice how the split now is basically half and half, computer and smartphone. What I did for TM Blast, but also what I do for my clients, is that I actually then go into their Google Analytics for data, and I want to look at their primary goal or goals that we're tracking. So for TM Blast, I can see that I've had 471 new users in the past 28 days on desktop, 65 for mobile. Now, if I go all the way over here to the right hand side, the contact us thank you page, that's the primary goal for TM Blast. I've had 9 leads come through via a desktop versus one on mobile. Let's pretend though this is my client. Let's pretend now we're talking hundreds of more visits or even thousands, and we're talking about again the same breakdown of a lot more leads are coming through on desktop versus mobile. This is what I do next. I go back into Microsoft Advertising and click on View Devices, and then actually I negative out smartphones. So you can't do 100%, but you can do negative 90% for smartphones. And actually, this is pretty important, and this also applies to with Google Ads. But with Microsoft, a lot of times their mobile presence is more than just Bing.com. It's different apps like DuckDuckGo and Yahoo and AOL. It could be partner sites, so like search partners. It could be Microsoft Start, the app. It could be the Microsoft Edge browser. There's a lot of different ways that mobile gets pulled into Bing results. From my experience, is that a lot of times a site like DuckDuckGo, for example, doesn't get as much transparent data from Microsoft compared to Bing.com. So a lot of times the ads are not as rich regarding the targeting that you can do. So it leads to higher impressions, a lower click through rate, and thus a lower potential return on investment because the targeting isn't as clear. So a lot of times, if you're seeing, let's say, a lot of your spend is going to mobile, and you go into Google Analytics 4 and either look at all your traffic or you break down into Bing paid search traffic specifically, if you notice that a lot of clicks are happening on mobile, they're not delivering any leads to your business, I recommend going into the devices category and negativing out the smartphone. What you can do also is that you can actually get more aggressive. You can change your bid to say, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice my bid for smartphone, but I want to maybe increase my bid by 50% for desktop because I know that converts. This is where Bing ads gets really powerful for clients because a lot of times people just go in and they just set it and forget it. However, though, if you go into GA4 and you see, hey, Bing really does deliver a really strong return on investment for me, but it's all for desktop users, I recommend going into your account and you can click on the bid adjustment for computers, maybe change that to 30 to 50%. Say, I want to get more aggressive for desktop search because I think it's going to convert higher. And then maybe for smartphone, though, I'm just not pleased with the results that I'm seeing there. If I'm going to negative about 90%. But really, in this video, though, I want to kind of explain how I think about Bing Ads Management for my clients. A lot of times it's not so much even just delivering more leads. It's just a way to how do we reduce unnecessary spend so we get either more leads from the same budget or we have a better cost per acquisition or a better return on investment simply because we're not overspending on areas that don't convert. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.